Hello, everyone. Welcome to the PIPCAST 3000 2026 edition. I am Caedo Genesis. This is my co-host, Bad Company Sarge.
Hello there.
And this podcast happens every other Sunday, usually 10 a.m. Pacific. We skipped an episode because holidays happened.
Yep.
And neither of us really remembered.
I forgot as well.
Yeah.
In my defense, I panicked. My message I sent to Caedo is I literally just panic switched on my computer after realizing what day it was. But fortunately, like 14 hours before that, Caedo has said we should push the episode back. So it's fine.
Because, like, last episode we were talking about, it might be a holiday episode, or it will, and then we didn't. That's what happened, and that's what happens when the holidays happen and you're busy.
Caedo was busy, I was ill. It was not going to work out.
Yeah. And we established off recording that Sarge is always sick.
I'm not always sick. Caedo thinks I'm always sick. I do get, like, super minor colds fairly regularly, but, like, I said to Caedo, like, I'll blow my nose once in the day, and that's, like, as bad as it gets. But I don't get sick very often. Caedo's just making up these memories of me being poor, sickly little Sarge.
This is me deflecting being the flake of the show. Because I'm often the one that's just like, let's do it next week. So, New Year's resolution right now, to flake less.
Cool.
And also manifest Sarge getting sick less. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to argue against that, I suppose.
Yeah, that's the goal. Anyway, this is a Fallout and gaming and Bethesda kind of dedicated oriented podcast where we have a topic that is usually covering one of those things, like something open world that is Bethesda or open world RPG adjacent. And our topic this episode is actually going to be about the Fallout show season 2, because that also happened in December. And we're going to be talking about the first 3 episodes. Yeah. So I think we will do a spoiler warning, like a mild spoiler warning right now, but I think we'll have like a super spoiler thing when we get into weeds about like some of the lore related stuff that happens, because there's a lot. It's based in New Vegas this season, so
spoilers, Caedo. Spoilers! Oh my god!
That's not. Oh no! I've said the same thing that watching a trailer does. Anyway, that's what you can expect in this episode. But we have, of course, the patrons and supporters to show our appreciation to. So thank you to Wasteland legend Sven, who's been supporting for a very long time at the $50 tier. Thank you so much, and the rest of the supporters that are on screen in the end credits and get to see my lovely face every month when I do a vlog over on the Patreon. And if you decide to support Sarge, he does things a little different. He does wallpapers, which are gorgeous. He is a great video game photographer.
But thanks.
Words are hard. I swear I wasn't drinking.
Sure.
He's great at photo mode.
Thanks.
You are.
I'm now having to double check that I actually did schedule. Yes, I scheduled some Burning Springs wallpapers from the latest Fallout 76 update. That's good.
That's probably what sparked me saying it, is me seeing your update on Patreon. The 76 wallpapers, because it shows the scrap fortress or whatever.
A Rust Kingdom.
The Rust Kingdom.
The Deathclaw thing.
That's the word.
I have to make sure my sister actually, because she's one of my patrons as well, downloads these ones, because she's a big fan of Auroras, and I made sure to take a specific one just of the Aurora sky, because I know she'll like that. Yeah. But if you want to support either of us, the links are in the description and stuff like that, and you're supporting what we do and this show here, so if you do that, thank you. Appreciate it. Anyway, start the year off right by, plugging all the things. It's a new year, give us money.
My New Year's resolution is getting more of your money.
Yes.
Not really. Just making more money in general off of ad rev, and maybe having to get a second job. I don't know. We shall see. Enough of the faffing about. We have a comment of the cast from the YouTube side.
Yeah.
So which one would you like to read off, Sarge?
I will take Finn's comment, and they say, "Why you no talk about Fate of the Old Republic?" And I want to focus on this comment a bit, because I feel like the past 3 or 4 episodes of the PIPCAST, there's been like consistently just one comment from different people as well, being like, why didn't you talk about this specific game in this episode? And it's a different game every time, and I've quite enjoyed seeing that just continue. And the reason we didn't talk about Fate of the Old Republic is... what would we be talking about in Fate of the Old Republic? I have no idea what's going on with Fate of the Old Republic. I assume it's a Star Wars game?
It's a continuation of the Knights of the Old Republic IP.
Aha! So it's an upcoming Star Wars game?
Yes.
Cool.
That's all we know, though.
Okay. My knowledge has gone from 0% to 100% real fast.
That, like, I wanted to mention it. That's one of the things that just kind of slipped my mind, but I also haven't played a Star Wars game in such a long time. Except for Republic Commando. I did play that like last year, or maybe 2 years ago now.
I mean,
which was fun.
Yeah, I probably played Star Wars Battlefront 2 like maybe 10 years ago. That might be my last Star Wars game.
Yeah. And Knights of the Old Republic was even further back, obviously. Like, I didn't even play it on my own system. I played it at a friend's house.
Yeah, I didn't even play it. It's probably before I was born. I mean, real old game now.
Are you a real Obsidian fan, Sarge? You gotta play.
Oh, man. I have a video coming out. Ooh, coming out today? Tomorrow? Some point this weekend, where I feel like people are going to be annoyed at me for being an Obsidian fan. So, I'm looking forward to that. That'll determine how much of an Obsidian fan I am. How much hate I get for being a shill for them.
It shows how much I know. Like, I'm trying to remember which of the games. I think it's the second game, because Obsidian has the sequel job a lot of the time. Yep. Aspire and Obsidian Entertainment. That's why we didn't really talk about it. And also, this is referring to the previous episode where we talked about the Game Awards and all of the trailers and stuff and things that they showed. And the, Game of the Year was awarded to Expedition 33, as I figured it was deserved. So, yay. And yeah, so if you want to hear more about that summarization, last episode 170 is where you'll find that. Thank you for the comment, Finn. Appreciate it. If you want to be a comment to the cast, leave one. That's all you got to do on YouTube or Spotify.
Yeah. Speaking of Spotify, didn't things go terribly wrong with the last Spotify episode?
They sure did. So Eric, lovely listener and supporter Eric, let me know that the episode over on the Spotify side just didn't go up, even though I published it. And I was like, well, maybe do they shadow ban episodes? Probably, because Spotify is so huge. But I think what it was you see the thumbnail on the previous episode on the YouTube side is my ghoulified character, and I'm wondering if that tripped some sort of like mature content or gore warning or something like that.
I mean, Spotify are very much side. No mutants allowed. They're in that subcategory of.
They might be no mutants allowed. Yep. They might be anti-ghoul, which is rude.
Yep.
Rude and intolerant and not cool. So I switched it to a more neutral screenshot that I took of my dude pointing at a sandstorm and words on it, and that fixed it apparently, like a day or two later.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the deal was. Their tech for uploading videos and thumbnails is still relatively new, as of I think like last year. So I don't know. There might be still some kinks in it, and like definitely not as good as like the auto processing that YouTube does.
Yeah.
For that thing. So anyway, if it happens again, I'll be more vigilant, but please let me know if you're a Spotify listener and it doesn't go up the time it's supposed to, which is every other Sunday, 10 a.m. Pacific-ish. It's the Spotify side goes up a little bit earlier, actually. But you're just gonna have to enjoy it earlier on Spotify. Oh darn, if it goes up.
Mm-hmm.
So something else that maybe we get some cool information on, and or nothing, an interview that happened. What was this interview, Sarge?
Yes, so Mike Channel from Outside Xbox got to interview Todd Howard, mostly about the Fallout TV show, but a bit of stuff about the Fallout games. And oh boy, is this a 7-minute and 46-second long video. It is, you know.
Could you call it the interview of all time?
Oh, it is an interview in time. That is so true, Caedo. If you're finding my responses, listeners, are a bit weird and not very helpful and not really saying anything, then hey, imagine that, but 7 minutes long. It is an interview with Todd Howard, and there's not really much said throughout it.
If you've seen any of Todd Howard's interviews, when he doesn't want to answer a question, he meanders extremely well to make it something worth posting, but not anything that actually shares any useful information.
Yeah, like, he very much does not want to reveal anything ahead of time, and I kind of understand that. It's like, don't want to leak stuff. I'm now wondering if Todd Howard signs NDAs and stuff. I'm not sure how high up in the company you need to get before you stop signing NDAs. It's just a spark in my brain.
That's a good question.
But yeah, there's a lot of the time people just don't want to reveal stuff. But the Fallout fandom, regardless, will always take anything that's said and then bring it in 20 different ways. My big brain remembering of it is the "you can climb that" quote for Skyrim, and how people took that in like a billion different directions all at once.
Yep.
Which led to some people being like, oh, you can go up the mountain. And other people being like, oh my god, Skyrim's gonna have a whole climbing and grappling system. That's so cool. Like, it's one of the slight downsides of Todd Howard giving sort of nothing answers, is it leaves so much room for interpretation.
Yeah. Or like the 1,000 Planets thing. Like, where a big chunk of them are gas giants.
Yeah,
and
I mean, did Starfield have 1,000 planets? It's definitely a lot.
It did, yeah.
Oh man,
it did.
But there's only like 5 worth visiting.
But the ones that were worth visiting, and or with diverse biomes, were like a minuscule amount of that 1,000 worlds. Yeah. Like when he sparingly brought up Goldilocks planets, like those are the the ones that support life, are the ones that are actually, we've gone over this.
Yeah.
the 1,000 planets was technically true, but the way that players would interpret it was misleading.
Yeah.
So
I feel like a fair few people were kind of clocked on at that point, like, oh, that's too many planets.
Oh yeah.
Which, yeah.
Anyway, if you want to watch Todd Howard just say stuff and not get any useful info, there's that. There's something else that also happened in CEO land.
Yes.
With GOG.
Yeah, GOG.
Yeah. The gaming site that specializes in selling digital copies of DRM-free games and also old games. It's called Good Old Games. That's the acronym. And I've gotten quite a lot of my library from them, because you can just put the installer in a safe spot in like your backup drive or whatever, and just install it from there. It's great. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about though. We're talking about moving and shaking. Yeah,
so GOG had been owned by CD Projekt Red, the developers of like The Witcher and Cyberpunk 2077, stuff like that. But now they're not being owned by CD Projekt Red. Caedo, I didn't hear you. There we go. I needed the reaction sound before I could go on.
I was eating a banana.
Oh. Okay. Well, instead, it's being moved, the ownership, to a guy who used to be a part of CD Projekt Red and was also a co-founder of Good Old Games when it first launched, apparently back in 2008. So, yeah, this is a fairly minor thing, but it's going from, like, from the company just to, like, this one guy who used to be a part of a company and stuff is now taking it over. But despite this, I'm gonna pronounce his name wrong. I am very, very sorry, Mikhail Kaczynski. Maybe that might be your name. I apologize. But they've said that they want to have like freedom, independence, and genuine control over the games you own and all of that stuff. It still very much sounds like it's going to be the same GOG. It talks about undertaking even more ambitious rescue missions in 2026 and 2027, which is basically making sure you can still play old games and stuff. So this doesn't sound like a bad thing at all. It looks like basically new person in charge, but it's also an old person in charge, so it's pretty much going to be the same.
Yep. Yeah. I have nothing to really add besides Cyberpunk. I've been having too much of a good holiday. I don't have very much rage right now.
Yeah. We didn't even put in big negative news topics or anything.
No, I was tempted.
Yeah. We literally just have 3 neutral news topics. I don't think any of them are good or bad.
Yeah. Something good that happened was another scoreboard-based mini event that came along with 76.
I mean, I'm still classing this as neutral.
Neutral?
Yep.
Okay. You don't like your Sunset Sarsaparilla crate?
I am actually quite a big fan of Sunset Sarsaparilla, though, because I had to type Sarsaparilla the other day because I've been working on a New Vegas character build, it reminded me that Americans are like, oh, Worcestershire, that's such a terrible word. How are you supposed to pronounce it? It's spelt so wrong. And then Americans have Sarsaparilla. And I'm like, oh yeah, sarsaparilla, of course. We both have a stupid consumable word. It's just the way it goes.
Sure.
Anyone who doesn't know how sarsaparilla is spelled, try spelling it in your head and you'll get it wrong.
Somebody's been hitting the sass a little too much.
Yeah.
Well, hitting the sass too hard, those bubbles.
It simultaneously has too many letters and not enough in the right place. It's such a terrible word. But no, there's a little mini season claim rewards thing inside of 76, as well as the whole Blood and Rust big season scoreboard thing that's been going on. There's also the Sunset Stranger, and it's like, saddle up, deputy, and wear this hat while doing stuff, and you can earn some tickets. And then you can spend tickets on a bunch of Sunset Sarsaparilla rewards, like the crate that Caedo mentioned.
Yes. They also have, like, big jugs of sarsaparilla.
Caedo likes big jugs.
I like big jugs of sarsaparilla, and that's as far as I'm going to go with that comment. But the bigger bottles that they showed as well, those are not the usual, like a bit of a redesign.
Okay.
That was added, because I put it on my little bar that I have in the tavern thing that I put in my camp.
Mm-hmm.
I also put the tavern doors in. They fit that really nicely. I like
Excellent.
it. Because now you can be like Woody in Toy Story.
Howdy, howdy, howdy. I mean, for me, I literally just logged in and claimed all of them because I had the tickets spare. So I kind of forgot this was a thing. If Caedo hadn't brought it back up, I wouldn't have even clocked that it was.
There is the challenges. You wear the deputy hat and you can get more.
I think I might have done all those challenges already.
Yeah.
I did very briefly bump into Caedo while playing, and while I was getting a few of the challenges. I shot some rad hogs together while wearing the Sunset Sarsaparilla deputy hat.
Yep.
Yeah, but this event does only go on for 2 more days after this episode is out, so if you are a 76 player and you haven't claimed it already, just jump back in, claim all these rewards. You have to do them one at a time, in a specific order, which I don't love for these mini events that they do, because they just lock off every item until you've got the previous item, and it's just mildly annoying to me. but you just have to click and then figure out which one you unlocked and then click that and then figure out which one and click that, and it's just... It bugs me ever so slightly. Once again, mild emotions on all the news stories.
Yep. I wanted to go and check the etymology of sarsaparilla.
Ooh.
Just so I can make you feel bad.
What? Caedo, etymology never makes me feel bad.
It's not the Americans' fault. We just added S's instead of Z's.
Sure. The Americans are always
known
like,
in
no,
Spanish
it wasn't us.
as Sarsaparilla, or Sarsaparilla, which was derived from the words zarza, meaning bramble, from Preramen Sarza, and Parilla, meaning little grapevine.
Okay.
So yeah, we did butcher it, but we didn't come up with the word.
I love how you're like, it's not the Americans' fault. We just can't pronounce words properly. What's that got to do with us? Come on.
We were like, there's too many Z's in this. Let's switch it to S. Let's turn those around, and it's sarsaparilla. Bam. Yeah. Sometimes we don't have to. We just do. And it's stupid.
Yeah.
Anyway, on to the topic. I do want a sarsaparilla now, though.
I don't think I've ever had one.
After talking about bubbly beverages.
Ooh, they're bubbly. That's good to know.
Yeah. So, the Fallout show, Season 2, aired a day early, so the schedule that everyone posted on the gaming websites was wrong.
Yes, that bugged me so much.
And the schedules that I continue to look for are also wrong. Because I was like, is the episode out yet? At like 11 at night. Like Tuesday night or something like that. And then I come back to Discord and everybody's already talked about it. And I'm like, what?
Yeah. I've just made sure not to check specifically your Discord server until after I've seen the latest episode.
Yeah. They're good about spoilers, and also one of them is just rage baiting.
Nah.
It's probably better that you don't, to be honest. Hey, quick thing. If you've watched the first episode of Fallout Season 2 and you're mad, the people listening now, let you know you don't have to hate watch. You can enjoy things if you don't enjoy this.
Mm-hmm. And that goes for like all media and stuff. I'm pretty sure I've had a commenter recently who has regularly been commenting on like Fallout 4 builds being like, this isn't a role-playing game, you can't make builds for it, and they've done it like 3 times now, and I'm like, what? Why are you hate watching these? This is foolish. It's like, hate watching's not good. Don't do it, people. If you don't like something, don't engage with it. Find something you do like and engage with that instead. I mean, I was tempted to go with find a creative output? It's not quite the word I'm thinking of. Outlet, thank you. Creative outlet and stuff like that. Because if you've got all that energy and you're like, oh, I will wired up and grrr, then just be like, hey, I'll do some drawing and stuff. I'll put all my passion into this. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of great art recently.
Yeah. And there's also like adult coloring books, but
all coloring books are adult coloring books if you're an adult.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, that's right. I don't know why. I don't know why it's a category, to be honest, because it is.
Yeah.
But I have. Okay, I'm not gonna go any further. Actually, I'm not gonna go any further.
We're not going on a half-hour adult coloring books tangent.
Nope. Nope. I stopped myself in my tracks for a reason. Fallout Season 1 was I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Fallout Season 1. Did you have the same kind of vibe?
Yeah, I also enjoyed Fallout Season 1. I think it did a very good job of taking the world of Fallout and putting it into a TV show, and it didn't feel like it changed the Fallout games too much, but instead just added to the overall universe, and I think they did a very smart route with it. I remember initially hoping it would be an anthology show, and while it's not an anthology show, we do have multiple protagonists we follow, and I think that's a very smart way to do it.
At this point, it's 4 protagonists.
Yeah.
Technically.
I mean, kind of.
Kind of.
It depends who you're going to class as the protagonist of stuff as well.
Because we're following like 4 different threads at the moment.
Yeah,
because it's all different faction-y things that are happening.
Yeah.
But so we got Lucy, who's the Vault Dweller. She's the main all-rounder charisma build.
That's why things keep going badly for her. That makes so much sense. Oh god, it really does feel like her journey is someone who was like, oh yeah, I'm going to spec into charisma for my first Fallout playthrough. And then it will just go terribly wrong and be like, why didn't I invest in weapons more?
Yeah. She had marksmanship training too. So she's like speech, guns, repair, something like that.
Yeah, I guess she's kind of a charisma intelligence build, which isn't bad, but it has charisma, so it is bad.
Yeah. She is a dumb stat. Then you have Maximus, who I have lovingly called the idiot savant build.
Yep.
Because he is 10 luck all the way.
I had someone annoyed with me for giving, when I did my Fallout TV show character builds, someone was annoyed with me that I gave Maximus idiot savant.
No. Nope. That's exactly what's happening in the show. Have you watched the show? That's what's happening. He is experiencing dumb luck on an extremely high level. So, I think that fits.
He makes decisions. He definitely makes decisions.
Yep.
They're not smart decisions, but weirdly they do work out quite often.
Yeah, it's just really funny. So I would guess, strength endurance. He gets his butt kicked a lot, so like probably strength endurance perception, like a full on like brick of a man, dum. But he's in the Brotherhood of Steel. That's his, kind of arc thing. Then you have the Ghoul, or Cooper Howard, who has been alive since pre-war, and he has that experience, all those memories there, as well as his experience as a ghoul, or transforming into a ghoul, and kind of becoming this weird mishmash of both the character he played and kind of a monster.
Yeah, he's
the min-maxer.
He's a very combat-focused build, and one of the playthroughs where you're like, I don't need to be the good guy anymore. Like, nope. He's not necessarily an evil playthrough, but he's definitely, like, not one of the good guys.
But he has your favorite perk, Sarge.
What do you think my favorite perk is?
Cannibal. He gives a whole speech about ass jerky not making itself.
I blocked that out from the first season of the show.
It's so funny. It's like one of the most dour moments in the show. He's like, well, ass jerky.
Yeah, that was scrubbed from my brain. I remember most of season 1. Wonder why I blocked that out.
So great. Yep. Yeah. His gun is now in 76.
Yeah, Dom Pedro. Though we don't have Mare's Leg. Mare's Leg is his .308 lever action rifle. Oh. I did a lot of research when making the build.
When did that happen? Hold on.
What? I'm holding.
When did you learn that? How does that? Where's the name on that?
I did a bunch of research. I don't think it's ever mentioned in the show itself, but it is in the scripts or whatever that he uses the Mare's Leg as well. And he also has a Bowie knife, though I didn't include that. But it's fine, because people were just annoyed that I made a ghoul character inside of 76. What an idiot I am! Yeah. Why would I do that?
Yep. So the ghoul is one of the person who's been beaten down by the wasteland the most. So he is the most hardened character, but also incredibly cunning in the way that he does things. In the first season, he knows about a weak spot in power armor, and that goes about as well as you think. Which is really fun to watch.
Yeah.
And he's using his 50 cal, handgun, which is insane as well.
Yeah. I mean, once you've unlocked all the mods from the scoreboard, it's insane.
Yep. And he already did that because to us, he's in the prequel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he already unlocked it.
Yeah. The character does also serve as a conduit back to pre-war times, because we do get his pre-war storyline as well, which I think is a good way to do that, having a character who was alive before the war so he can follow the same character while still having pre-war scenes.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so the fourth character I want to mention is Norm, who is Lucy's brother, who is left in the vault, but the vault itself has a lot of its own problems. And
what? No, vaults are always fine. There's nothing that occurs within them that goes wrong.
Yeah, they're not experiments at all. Everybody is safe and healthy and not being experimented on whatsoever.
It's a better life underground.
Norm seems to catch on to that complete lie and does something about it. And we get more of that in season 2, and it's kind of cool. So anyway, yes, now let's talk about Broad Strokes season 2.
Yep, super broad strokes.
This is the trip to New Vegas is season 2. And everybody's going there.
But why wouldn't they want to go to New Vegas?
Yeah,
I think season 2 so far has been good.
I think so too.
There we go. Super broad strokes. For anyone wondering, we're not getting into spoilers just yet, but there's very little we can say before we have to get into spoiler territory.
Yeah. My critique, because I don't get really uppity about the lore, because New Vegas is over like it's like 15 years old now.
Basically, yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah. So I don't get too upset about like shifts in the lore that make different things happen.
Yeah.
I still treat the Fallout show as like the storyline to another game, which I think that's what they were doing initially anyway, was like this is a continuation of like Fallout's world. There's going to be some things that happen. And I like how much freedom the writers were given and how much respect they have for like the fans themselves. Like there are references and things that they're grabbing from that aren't the usual, which I really appreciate.
Yeah.
And in jokes, like some seriously well thought out in jokes that fans will immediately pick up on.
Yeah, I will say I've watched the Fallout show, like all of the episodes, with my sister, who's never really played Fallout. I got her to play Fallout 3 a little bit on a live stream once, and I think that's literally the only time she's ever played any of the games. So she has very little Fallout knowledge, and it's quite interesting watching the show with her when I'm someone who's, I suppose, technically a Fallout expert at this point. Like, I've definitely played enough of the games and stuff, and it's part of my job.
I think we're at that
yeah.
point. Pretty sure.
Like, I'm watching it with someone who's not really been exposed to this and who is still able to really enjoy it, and it doesn't seem like this isn't a show which is like, oh, we're constantly going to play lip service and, oh, we'll do a nice big zoom on like a fat man or something and be like, hey everyone, it's the fat man, that's a weapon from it. It doesn't really do that. It's like there's a lot of details in the background, and they do include lots of stuff, but it's never a focal point of just being like, hey, it's an Easter egg. Instead, it's just part of the show, and I think they do that really well.
Yeah. Or, I mean, it could be an Easter egg, but it's an Easter egg that you still have to look for, like they used to be.
Yeah.
Like how Easter eggs should be, especially in a show that is dedicated to a franchise that's been around for so long.
Yeah.
And I think that the Fallout show still does an incredible job at showing what the gameplay could be like to people that are interested.
Yeah.
Because it is still focusing on those little things that make playing Fallout, or that players will experience when they're playing the Fallout games.
Yep.
Which I think is really well done. I'm probably gonna say that more as time goes on, if they continue like doing it in this way where they're like showing, hitting specific body parts for specific reasons, or doing the planting a grenade on somebody, or like doing all these little tiny things that are like gameplay but showed on a show.
Yeah. I think it's also a nice
Using
reminder
Stimpaks,
that,
you know.
yeah, there's a lot of stuff that Bethesda does, especially within Fallout games and just across their games, that often gets taken for granted by us as players. Like, oh yeah, of course you can just crouch down behind someone and pick their pocket or whatever. And I think the show does a good job of pointing out that these are like really nice little details that are thrown into these different games that not all video games have as standard. It's not like a normal thing for them to have so many little things you can do here and there. And the fact you can just put almost any element from the Fallout games into the Fallout TV show and it works just really makes it feel like the Fallout games are almost not a proper simulation, but a simulator style of game where it's like, oh, there's so many things you can do, and it's just a nice reminder of that.
Yeah. And something I always wanted in a Fallout game was getting to experience more of pre-war, and the show is doing that too.
Yeah. Honestly, I prefer having more of a pre-war experience in a show than in a game, because I'm not too fussed about playing through pre-war sections, but I do very much enjoy learning about pre-war and seeing it, so I'm much happier having the pre-war stuff be mostly in the show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think I go both ways on that. I would like to have maybe something a little better than Operation Anchorage.
Yeah.
Because that was during the war too, or during the annexation, but like it which is right before, like immediately before the bombs, but it was very much, you know, I've told you this, I've said it multiple times, it's a shooter campaign in Fallout 3. That's all it is. It's very basic, straightforward shooter game in a Fallout game. The first Bethesda Fallout game where they didn't do shooting well and made VATS to cover that up. So, and VATS was ingenious, of course, because of how they implemented it and made it all cinematic and stuff. Which, where was I going with this?
I don't know.
I want to do a pre-war thing.
Yeah.
I want to do pre-war thing.
You hear that, Bethesda? Caedo wants a full game set in pre-war times. No nukes launching at any point whatsoever.
Yeah. Fallout -1. Yeah.
Walk down the suburb. Collect some milk.
Fallout 2077.
Oh god, the naming conventions for Fallout are already a little bit confusing for anyone new to it. That would just be so horrible.
Or 2075? 2075? That's like right before. Something like
I mean,
that.
2077 is before the bombs drop, technically, depending when. I'm pretty sure that's the year they drop, so... Sure.
Well, that's what I thought 76 was like right after.
No, 2076 was when Vault 76 was built and constructed, but that was technically a year before the bombs drop. Because the Fallout TV show also does take place in 2077. That's the year it is in the pre-war times.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, I am a Fallout expert. Yeah, I know what's going on.
You know the Fallout numbers.
I really shouldn't feel like such a Fallout imposter, considering I have played like the classics and stuff. But I'm like, I didn't get into Fallout, you know, when I was 2 years old or whatever when it came out. I clearly can't be a proper
Come
fan.
on, baby Sarge.
Yeah.
Pick up that mouse and keyboard. I know your little fingers can't even reach, but come on.
You don't need object permanence, you need to defeat the master.
Yeah. It's so easy. Yeah. But I so far season 2 has been decent. I still feel it's a little spread out because like all the characters are kind of like going in different directions.
Yeah.
I'm really anticipating the converging point where like at least a good chunk of them all join forces in the story. To make it something easier to see more about per episode, because right now it's kind of split up into 4 different
Yeah, there's technically
almost
like
4 different spots.
or 5 different plot threads we're having to go through.
Oh yeah, and the antagonist too, which I'm not gonna.
Oh, 6. Sorry then, because pre-war was my other plot thread. There's like 5 different characters we're following in the apocalypse, and then a pre-war plotline. There's a lot going on in season 2, so there's a lot of going from one scene to the next, and we're constantly switching between characters, and I really enjoy it. I like stories like that, but it can be quite a lot to keep track of, I imagine. So there's a lot going on, and once we do have characters like teamed up more or all in the same place, then there'll be less of just jumping from one to the other. Because despite the fact there's been 3 episodes, I feel like none of the characters have done a ton individually in those 3 episodes. Like, there has been a lot of stuff going on, but that's because we're following so many characters. It's, for the most part, people have, like, done one big thing or a couple of important things, and that's taken the place over multiple episodes.
Yeah.
But that's the spoiler-free way to talk about it.
Yep.
Is there anything else spoiler-free we can really bring up? Because I am dodging the actual information on every word I say.
I mean, shout out to the practical work that they do on a lot of the stuff.
Incredible.
They're still doing a lot of practical effects work, and it's great. Sometimes it's clunky as hell, but it's at least it's not garbage looking CG. So
the scale of the show is insane. Like, the sets are huge. Like, I think they've done a really good job of replicating as well the thing that happens inside of video games, where everything is actually like scaled up bigger than it normally is in real life, because you need that in order to make the video game camera kind of work. And it actually looks good in the show, which is nice to see. I was surprised that they managed to do both things at once. Like, I love the scale of the show. There's so much big stuff. It's great.
Yeah. Power Armor's super cool.
It is.
So, we've watched Fallout Season 2, Episode 1 through 3. We're going to talk about each episode. So this is a spoiler, big spoiler warning right now.
Spoilers.
We're probably going to spoil the episodes.
So many spoilers. Yeah, we will be talking in detail. We're going to be bringing up stuff. Like, if you haven't seen the episodes, just go away. Go away. Go away, everyone. Leave. Be gone. My sister actually offered to do the spoiler warning. I don't know why, but she wants to do that. I'm assuming she didn't send you audio of her just screaming the word spoiler.
Oh, nope.
Okay. She considered doing that, and I was kind of hoping she would just do that without any context. But apparently not.
Oh. Well, she could still.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be editing this for a bit, so. You know.
Anyway.
So yeah. The first episode is called The Innovator, where we first get to see a pre-war House.
I mean, technically we saw him at the end of Season 1.
We did.
We also don't see much of House in the first few episodes.
He's the one using the chips, though. On the thugs.
No.
Are you sure?
I am sure, because half no. Okay, this is a weird thing, because I'm not sure how much we're supposed to figure out. Like, this is a weird one, because it's not like spoilers so much, but there's 2 different actors playing Robert House.
Oh.
Yeah, and this is the thing which I think... I rewatched episode 1 and 2 as well. Like, I watched them twice, I think, or at least the first episode twice, like, and I was like, yeah, those are definitely 2 different people.
And does it say they both play House?
I mean, on the Fallout wiki, it does. It says, Raffi Silver is an actor who plays Robert House. Justin Theroux is an actor who plays Robert House.
The pre-war scene shows mind control units that are being used to experiment on people and control them, but it also makes their heads explode if you turn it up too high.
Yeah.
And that's basically all it's really establishing is what I was thinking it was showing off the beginnings of the bomb callers.
Oh, interesting.
Like what they could have they could have eventually turned into, because they didn't quite do what they were supposed to do. But that may be me reaching a little bit.
I must admit, in that first scene, I wasn't certain if he was intending to blow up the person's head or not.
I don't think he was.
Yeah, it starts out very much like, oh, this is mind control, and then he just keeps turning the dial till his head explodes, and I'm like, did you mean to do that?
No.
But
no. Because it's one of those things where they're only being controlled to a certain amount, or they're overtaking it, or like their willpower is too high or something like that. One of their stats, Yeah. Intelligence or endurance or whatever.
But yeah, this little black box becomes like a important thing throughout what I assume will be all season, but I'm pretty sure it shows up every single episode to some degree, and clearly is quite important. So.
Oh, and now I fully understand what you meant by black box. Because
it's a black box.
In subtitles. Okay. But it's also used by Hank, who is the antagonist of the first season, Lucy's father.
Hank McLean. So we get introduced to the little black box, but then we don't see it again until later in the episode, where we once again meet up with Hank, and he heads to, like, Vault-Tec HQ, which seems to be, like, this underground place. I say Vault-Tec HQ, it's just a Vault-Tec building. But he ends up at this fancy Vault-Tec research facility or something, where they've clearly been testing the black boxes, and it seems like it is a Vault-Tec property, perhaps. But yeah, he's testing them out, and is this the scene where we get the mice? I can't remember if it's this episode or the next one.
I can't remember.
Apologies if we do conflate a bit.
I think there might have been a little bit of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. About to.
Oh, okay.
That's the...
Yeah. Well, we don't get a lot of stuff about the black boxes necessarily in the first episode.
But we see the messenger that Hank left in Vault 24.
Vault 24, where Lucy and the Ghoul head into that place. Should we just say what Vault 24 is now, so we don't forget it later?
Yeah.
Yeah, Vault 24's the communist vault.
It's the one where they've mind controlled or hypnotized Americans to become Chinese communists.
Yeah,
I guess.
There is actually, inside of 76, I can't remember the name of the camp, but there's a camp in Burning Springs, which is doing the same sort of thing, just without the black boxes. And it's part of Operation something or other. Can't remember the name of it. It's like Operation Big Sleep or something weird like that. Where, for some reason, Vault-Tec and some things were trying to convince a bunch of Americans to be communists. I think mostly so they could counter any brainwashing attempt or, like, converting people to the other side. Because the whole pre-war thing is America versus China in the, like, resource wars and whatever. So we don't have a lot of information in this about what's going on and whatnot, but I think it's... the whole mentality is, oh, we'll figure out how to brainwash people in case our people get brainwashed.
Yeah.
Which is just the exact dumb sort of thinking that feels right, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And I think because we see House playing with the black box, as well as Hank working on the black box stuff, and how this Vault-Tec place is somewhere in Vegas, this is showing, not telling, the amount of funding that House put into Vault-Tec. Because he's on the board. You see him on the board in the pre-war part.
Yeah.
And they have many people with lots of wealth investing into these different vault projects, and I'm guessing that this is one of, or the one that House decided to fund. So yeah, I think it's a good kind of setup to the nonsense that's probably going to happen.
Yep.
Relating to this experiment, as well as what Hank ends up getting up to.
Yeah, the black box is clearly meant to be something very big and important for this season. Yeah. And they're doing a lot of work kind of priming us for it and just giving us, like, test trials and stuff of what it's gonna possibly do.
The black box being the controller for the mind control bombs.
Yay!
That they're sticking to the back of people's heads. And mice. Lots of mice exploded.
My sister was not a fan of that.
From Hank's experimentation. But yeah, so this is going to be one of those Chekhov's guns.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's what's going to happen. Because they're showing it a lot.
Yeah.
But not being used on a crucial character just yet.
Not that we're aware of.
Ha ha!
I mean, typically, the only time we've seen these is them being, like, screwed to the back of the neck, like their Hitman barcode sort of location. So I feel like we would have noticed if someone was wandering around with one of these on.
But, I mean, there could be people that are wearing power armor that you won't be able to see it, or, like, you know, heavily armored dudes, or, like,
the ghoul's duster covers up a bit of the neck. Who knows?
Yeah, it could be on the ghoul. Uh-oh.
We definitely would have spotted
What a twist! You should write for Bethesda, Sarge.
Oh, yeah. Let's just put black boxes on everyone.
Yeah.
I'll never see that coming.
Mind control bombs.
The mind control bombs, they're quite a fun little thing. And I do appreciate that they haven't just immediately introduced them and then thrown them in everywhere. They are doing, like, a slow rollout of them. And just overall, I feel like they're not rushing, which I appreciate.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big fan of that. Do you want to talk about the Khans now, Caedo?
Yes, I do.
Yep.
Yes, I do. So, right after the pre-war scene where we watch a dude punch House in the face and then his head explode, then we see post-war with basically where the Ghoul and Lucy left off, but they're in Novak. And Lucy is posted up in Dinky, who is turned the wrong way. Yes, New Vegas fans, feel free to freak out. Oh no, Dinky turned around. But she's pointing at, you know, the pool area where everybody is kind of gathered. And what was the exact situation? I don't remember. Oh, the Ghoul is about to get hung.
Yeah, the Ghoul is, like, tied up, ready to be hung by the Great Khans, who are like, this guy's terrible, we hate him. It's good that a bounty hunter came by and let us hang him and stuff.
Something about food and supplies.
Yeah, this was all a ruse by Lucy and the Ghoul, where Lucy turns over the Ghoul to the Great Khans, so that the Ghoul, or not the Ghoul, so that the Khans open up their safe, give her the bounty, and then the plan is supposed to be that she shoots the rope he's hanging by, everyone dies horribly, and they escape. But Lucy, being like the charisma build she is like, hey, how about I use the Intimidator perk or something like that and try and speech check my way out of this? That always goes great.
Yep.
So it goes great, right? And everyone's best friends, because that's how playing a charisma build in Fallout works.
Yeah. The Great Khans are definitely known for their charisma and awareness of charm.
Yep.
From Vault Dwellers. Specifically.
Yeah.
That's never happened, by the way.
No.
That never happened in a Fallout show and or game. The Great Khans are usually they are a band of raiders in the first game. They are raiders. They're just really chemmed up raiders.
Yeah. Isn't literally their location called, like, Raider Camp or something in the first game?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, it's so explicit.
They're like one of the first raider factions you find in Fallout. In general. So, my thing was like, man, these guys just won't die. They're like cockroaches. They will not die because they've been killed so much by so many different factions and people all the time, and they're still managing to find drugs, do the drugs, make the drugs, and still live.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Have done an impressive job of having their faction stay alive when basically all their members die horribly.
Yeah.
Because in the show as well, spoilers, the Great Khans die horribly.
Yeah.
And people think the show is unfaithful to the games. Come on.
Right? Yeah. They just keep dying. They're there to keep dying, and I love it. So, it's fine. Hey, I hope Jack and Diane are doing okay. That's all I have to say about that. The rest of them, I don't really care.
I will say, this is a very fun action scene, and I appreciate, like, a well shot, and just... They focused on the fun side of the ghoul being this, like, deadly killer as well.
Yep. Whereas Lucy's doing crippling shots.
Yeah, she's very much like, oh no, I
really
won't kill
great.
people, I'll shoot them in the butt or whatever.
Shoot them in the ass.
Yep.
Yeah, it's really funny. But yeah, I liked the opening action scene, because the rest of it, a lot of it after that point was like exposition-y and explory kind of stuff.
There's a lot of walking and talking.
A lot of walking and talking. Yep. But in cool environments, like I mean, Vault 24 was a cool environment to do stuff. So
yeah. I'm not sure if there's actually any more combat this episode at all.
No.
Which
there's a exploding head or two, but that's it.
Makes me extra glad they did make this fight seem very cinematic and memorable. Even now I remember there's a time where there's basically a gore explosion in the pool where the ghoul uses a grenade and just pushes people into the pool and they blow up, and it's just, it's beautiful. It's a real bloody mess moment. It's great to see.
Bits and pieces all over the place.
Yep.
Very cartoony, but I love it.
Yeah, and it's a very good way, I think, at the start of Season 2 to reintroduce these two characters and kind of their outlook on things. How Lucy is kind of kind at heart and doesn't want to be this brutal wasteland killer or whatever, and is gonna try and talk her way out of situations and be diplomatic, even if it won't go well. Whereas the ghoul's just, he's been around so long, he knows it's just easier to kill everyone and move on. Yep.
Because I mean, that's how we tend to play some of the games now too, is because we have so much knowledge about how things pan out in the fall games, a little bit of metagaming, as it were. That's kind of what the ghoul does too.
Yeah,
which is great. He's the metagamer of the protagonists.
Yep.
So how about episode
Season 3. Let's talk about Season 3.
Season 2, Episode 2, The Golden Rule. A reference to the first season. Yeah. Where Lucy talks about the importance of the Golden Rule. With
the Golden Rule is just like a universal thing, right? In real life and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. It's do unto others as you would have them do unto you?
Yep.
Cool. I just wanted to double check that it's like a thing and I'm not getting it confused with some other Golden Rule.
Or treat others the way you wish to be treated. It's very, very universal of a thing. But Lucy believes in that, and the ghoul clearly does not. So, he just knows the power of might, and that tends to get what he needs a lot of the time. But he also has the motivation to, find his family, and in order to do that and not go feral, he has to have this chem that is still cleverly not being told to us what it is.
Yeah, like I assume this is the fix, which we had in 76 alongside the Ghoulish update, which prevents going feral and stuff. Because my sister, while we were watching, literally asked, "What is this thing?" And I was like, "I think it's the fix, which prevents going feral." And I had to explain what going feral is, because she wasn't fully understanding of the whole ghoul aspect of things. Like the difference between feral and non-feral ghouls and why it happens and whatnot. And she was like, "Why not just go feral? That seems great. Why not? Why worry about it?" And I was like, no, because then your brain melts and you start eating people. And eating everyone, not just sometimes people.
And then you live in train tunnels and your eyesight goes bad and you just walk around barefoot menacingly.
Ugh. I hate walking barefoot outside. It's terrible.
I know.
It's the main reason I don't become a feral ghoul.
Yep. Same here. Pretty bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, episode 2.
Mm-hmm.
We get some Maximus backstory.
Yeah.
Takes us back to Shady Sands before it got blowed up.
Oh, Shady Sands looking beautiful as well. Like, the opening super wide shot of it, I wasn't certain for a moment or two if this was, like, pre-war or not. Because it is technically the wasteland, but it's so, like, green and lush, and civilization is thriving, and it's real weird to see.
Yeah, until you see the skyline.
Yeah.
It's all the skyscrapers that are half intact.
Yeah, the skyscrapers are, like, basically destroyed, but then there's this, like, green verdant land, and my brain clearly wasn't quite clicking one way or the other.
Yeah.
Especially because we do have so much pre-war footage that we get shown in the show, where things do look very green and verdant and lovely. My brain was just like, no, something's brain, no,
Yeah.
No, it's Shady Sands looking better than ever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I can't wait to see more of Shady Sands looking this beautiful for like the next 20 episodes, right?
I know, right? Yeah. We already got showed that in the first season though. Like Shady Sands got blown up. We just didn't know how exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because it opened with Maximus coming out of a fridge, which is another classic Fallout thing to happen.
Yep.
But it was a full-on nuke that was transported into town from a dude dressed like the NCR. It could have been an NCR soldier. We're not sure.
He says the line, which my god, I can't believe I'm bringing. What is the line, Caedo?
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
Thank you. My brain just would not repeat it back to me for some reason.
So
he's saying that over and over again, and it's very funny. It is NPC
reference
dialogue.
For players to enjoy, but then you're just like, uh-oh, there's something wrong with his brain.
Yeah.
Because that's all he's saying as he's walking this cart that has a hidden nuke on it into Shady Sands.
Yeah.
So you get to know Maximus's original family a little bit.
Joseph and Julia.
Yep. Thank you for knowing that, because I didn't remember.
Yeah, we'll definitely want to remember their names, Caedo. They're clearly going to be long-lasting characters.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Sure are. But watching him like attempt to like disarm it too, was like a very Fallout thing to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's a failsafe and it goes off anyway.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah.
But then it shows a young Hank back in the vault, and his pit boy is saying, the detonation was successful.
Yeah. I love that they use a bunch of like animations and stuff from the games. Like we're just seeing Vault Boy. Yeah, the Vault Boy just doing the standard animation stuff we see so often. There's even a little bit in the third episode where we actually see like basically the Fallout 4 map overlay being used, and it's like little details like that just scattered throughout the show that I love and just makes me smile every time. And it's nice being able to smile after watching the most beautiful location in all of the Fallout franchise be destroyed. Yeah, I need something to brighten my mood back up.
Yeah.
Poor
and so is Hank,
Sands.
apparently, even though he's probably a bit of a psychopath at this point. I would guess.
Yeah.
Don't know what it is, but he might be a little out of it. His mind, that is. We do get a bit more Maximus stuff, but...
Yeah, well, you say a bit more. This is actually the first time we see Maximus in Season 2.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, Maximus does not appear in Season 1, besides, like, the recap of the...
Episode 1.
Oh, sorry, Episode 1. Thank you.
You did it too.
I did it too. I realised because I was about to say Episode 1 then, I switched them around. Maximus doesn't appear in Episode 1, besides, like, the Season 1 recap. Yeah, it's not until Episode 2 that we see the Brotherhood again.
Yeah.
Because, once again, we've got several different storylines we're having to follow, so they've had to split them up quite a bit.
Yeah, so he's in a field team scenario where he's going through killing off a bunch of ghouls, comes back,
all in their power armor.
Everybody praising him, Knight Maximus, like he earned anything.
I mean, you say this, he got his promotion on like false grounds, but we're also kind of shown throughout this episode as well, the Brotherhood members are kind of immature and stupid and clearly not as disciplined as we're used to. And Maximus, weirdly, is one of the more disciplined and devout Brotherhood members to some degree.
Yeah.
Which feels weird, because we've established he's kind of an idiot.
He's kind of an idiot, but you can be dumb and be wise at the same time. So he has learned the Codex and wants to, be the best possible knight he can, because he's basically been handed his rank, pretty much.
Yeah.
Just by being in the right place at the right time. Or wrong time, whichever you want to call it. He's like buddy with the elder, or elder cleric Quintus.
Yes.
Sorry, clerics are being used as a descriptor for the ranks now too, which is
clerics seem to be very much like a big thing for this Brotherhood chapter, but not really a big thing in any other Brotherhood chapter. It
gets brought up though from the Commonwealth guy too. He's like, we don't have as many clerics as you guys do.
Yeah. Was cleric already a pre-established rank in the Brotherhood?
Think so?
Because it's scribes we're used to.
It's scribes we're used to.
Yeah, clerics seem to be like a more religious version of them. Where there's even reference across this episode and the next one a little bit about how this faction or subsect of the Brotherhood is much more religious than all the others. Hence we get like lots of the kind of zealous imagery and them doing more ceremonial stuff throughout.
Yeah.
And it explains why a cleric is the elder, because that's kind of the whole like Brotherhood as religion sort of ranking thing, which we do get throughout like all of the Brotherhood chapters somewhat, but it's also like a much more military organization when we see other ones as well.
Yeah. I also found it cool that this is where we got to see is this where the meeting happened too? Yeah, it was.
The meeting happens like in the next scene with the Brotherhood. Because on this one, they power up the like pre-war military base of Area 51.
Yes.
Which, that's wild. They just have Area 51 be a thing, and I'm like, I kept looking at it thinking I was seeing the sign wrong.
Yeah, I thought it was too. I was like, oh, they're at Hidden Valley. Nope.
No, it's Area 51.
Nope. It's Area 51.
There's a beautiful scene as well where we have the Brotherhood members, like, uncovering this facility with these massive, like, fans, basically, and then heading inside, and they see this fridge, they open it up, and there's a Zayton alien inside. And they're like, oh, so cool! And they pull it out and go, an actual refrigerator that works!
Yeah. That one made me laugh pretty hard.
Yeah,
because it's but when you this is what we're talking about with the Easter eggs, and also like very clever writing in that sense. If you are somebody who knows Fallout, you know exactly what's happening.
Yeah,
and it's more funny because you know. But even if you don't, in that scene in particular, it would still be funny. I don't know. I think that's proof of decent writing.
Yeah,
to me. They also showed a cryolator in one of the as they were walking in. Somebody was holding a cryolator.
Good shot of a cryolator.
Yeah. Lots of fun Area 51 tech in Area 51. Yep, that they're probably just ignoring because they're dumb.
I mean, they pick up and look at some of it, but yeah, this Brotherhood, especially in this season, is shown to be quite stupid in a lot of ways. And it kind of makes sense how Maximus can be seen as like this quite by-the-numbers knight who doesn't come across as stupid in comparison to the others, because this is a real dumb faction of the Brotherhood.
I do wonder if it's like the religion kind of taking over actual education kind of thing. But like that seems like a very like everybody in the Brotherhood in this chapter is homeschooled. That's what it feels like.
Yeah,
using the religious texts as your curriculum, you do get some holes in your learnings there.
Yeah,
so that's what it seems like to me anyway. But I don't know, I kind of like any iteration of the Brotherhood because they're all doing something bad. or badly. And this is just another example of like, well, we see the worst case scenario happening again because war never changes. Big surprise. It just so happens that these various branches of the Brotherhood, they're pretty powerful. They all have airships. Like all of them have airships, which I thought was...
It's 3 separate Brotherhood chapters that then show up, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and each of them shows up with an airship. I think we technically get the name of, like, the main Brotherhood faction we're dealing with. Their airship is the Caswainen? Don't know how to pronounce that. But, yeah, the fact that we've gone from, like, oh my god, Fallout 4, they have an airship. God, the Commonwealth Brotherhood, they're so powerful and stuff now. They did this whole thing, and now just like, yeah, everyone's got one. We've just... Brotherhood's been working these past 10, 15 years, or however long it's been between the latest game and this.
And I do wonder if they're making the same mistake as the NCR, which is just like sending the chapters out way too far.
Yeah.
to save the wasteland, as it were, and then, turning on each other because they have different ideologies, very clearly shown different ideologies. Like there's a woman hater in the round table that they're having.
Yep. That is the Coronado chapter, which I'm not sure if that is Colorado, but obviously post-war some of the names change and stuff. I really don't know if that's it, but yeah, it's very nice meeting these different ones of them all clearly being their own sort of faction.
Yeah, and yeah, one of the leaders is also a woman, and she is very much not taking any guff, which I also appreciate. But
she's like very big. I feel like it's almost like ancient Mongolia inspired, her kind of thing. She's Yosemite, is it?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, she's very big, not mess with me sort of woman in charge of this Brotherhood faction. She's one as well who's like not interested in the religious side of things. Just very much seems to be almost a might makes right sort of mentality, but not in like a cruel way. She's my favourite of the Brotherhood leaders that we get introduced to so far in this one.
If by the end one of these chapters survives, it's probably going to be hers.
Yeah, I could see that being a thing.
But I have a feeling it's going to be a pretty big bloodbath at the same time.
Yeah.
So,
I'm trying to think of any instance where multiple Brotherhood factions or mentalities have met and it hasn't gone horribly wrong.
Oh, not at all.
Yeah.
Like never. Yeah. I'm just looking forward to whatever happens, right?
Yeah.
Because that's part of the fun of the Brotherhood. It's just like, oh, well, they gotta do the Phoenix thing. They destroyed themselves. Now they gotta rise from the ashes yet again.
Yeah. I mean, after they've all had kind of their little basic get together and whatnot, we also get to see like a little arena fight going on.
Yeah.
Which I think really does show that these Brotherhood factions are a lot more brutal and less military than like either the original or the most recent timeline Brotherhood we've seen, who are much more regimented military as we'd expect from the real world, and instead are going a bit more down the just brutal, almost like my sister described them as a raider group at one point, and I was like, yeah, they kind of are. It's
a tribal direction for sure. Yeah. Like not kind of ironic because they're wasting units.
Yeah.
That's what wasting units looks like for the entertainment of the leadership, who doesn't seem to care about any of their people, which gets driven home even more so with how Quintus is treating Maximus. Like, we see. Oh god. He says my son to him when he approves of his action, but then immediately does a 180 when this situation occurs where they're having the fight pit, and then one of the bigger dudes threatens Maximus, and he's like, I want to fight you. And Maximus looks at Quintus, and Quintus nods, and then they go into the pit, and then the big dude just starts fighting dirty immediately.
Literally pulls out a combat knife as soon as things don't go his way.
Yeah.
And this guy's like practically like double the size of Maximus. This is just like a huge
he's a good 2 heads
dude.
taller or bigger than Maximus.
Yeah.
And so but then of course Maximus wins, and he's just like what the hell? Like, was there no rules in place? Okay. I guess there's no rules in place.
Yep. Yeah, Maximus does not seem happy about winning the fight by killing the other guy.
No.
But Quintus is just like, yep, this is all good, this is fine. Maximus tries to stop the fight at a couple of points, is like, should this be going on, sort of looks, and it's just...
And the part that they showed earlier was him and a squire, him teaching the squire, like, the importance of, the codex and being a good soldier, being a good, knight or whatever, and getting the complete opposite of that because Maximus was forced into this position where he had to defend himself.
Yeah.
And the squire getting the wrong lesson out of it because he's cheering with everybody else. It's just like, it's a really good way of showing like Maximus's general struggle of being a good person, being a hero, because that he's that guy. Mm-hmm. even though he's the idiot savant character, like he's that person. He wants to be a good person, he wants to save people, but constantly he's being shoved into the dirt by the wasteland and the faction that he got inducted into as a young kid. And
he very much believes all the aspirational stuff about the Brotherhood and their like ideals and whatnot, and wants to go along with the idealized version of a Brotherhood, but the actual Brotherhood chapter he's in is not that. Like, they very much just use the Codex to have everyone on their side, but while they technically follow it, sort of, they also very much are a brutal and cruel Brotherhood chapter.
Mm-hmm.
And we also get a lot of that in season 1, where Maximus's journey is basically like he's indoctrinated into this faction, then learns that knights aren't like these noble people and are actually kind of jerks.
That's true.
And has to deal with that, and it feels like he's just having a reminder of this now. But even as he goes up and climbs the ranks, things are still pretty much the same.
Yeah. Like, it wasn't just the knight that he was serving under, it was everyone at the top.
Yep.
So, like, so he's just like, man, this sucks. That's what I imagine anyway. He's just... He's looking for an escape at this point, I think. This was our first monster reveal, our first, like, mutated beastie reveal in
the discount
season 2.
Hospital.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is with my sister once again was really focused on that. Also, we watched this episode with my uncle, who's a medical person. I was going to say a doctor. I don't actually know if he's technically a doctor. He works in medicine and is like thing.
He exists around medicine.
Yes, he does medicine-based stuff.
Yes.
Like several members of my family, weirdly. It's quite a theme across many of them. But he had comments to be made about this discount hospital and stuff as well, because you really don't want to end up at a discount hospital. That just always sounds kind of bad.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is a Lucy and the Ghoul scene.
Uh-huh.
Where we see them go into this hospital and they see a couple of wounded people who are in basically togas. Are they togas? Is that the right term for the clothing?
Yes, but they're slave rags.
Yeah, that's a better description of
it. Legion slave rags, because they're marked with X's.
Yeah.
But I think the male, the dude that the ghoul kills immediately.
Yes. Just instantly is like, no, you're dead.
Because he was not wearing slave rags.
No, he was wearing very grubby clothing.
He was wearing very grubby clothes, but he just killed him immediately. So, but the lady that was there, she was the slave of. We later find out the slave of this soldier, this Legion soldier.
Yeah.
But they were injured. And as soon as the ghoul takes a bite, He spits it out.
Yep. Because, yeah, it turns out the man had been poisoned somewhat. And, gross, poisoned human flesh? That's disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
I also somehow blocked this bit of cannibalism from my brain as well. Clearly my brain just immediately removes any of that stuff. For anyone who's not aware, I made a whole video of the top 10 Fallout perks, or top 10 worst Fallout perks, sorry, and every one of them was just each iteration of cannibalism in terms of a perk in a Fallout game. I don't like it.
Do you want to know the IMDb of the guy that got his throat slit?
Sure.
Christopher Fye. He plays man.
Oh, you were correct, Caedo. He was a man.
He was, and then he got a bite took it out of him, then spit out, and the ghoul went yuck.
Yep.
And that's what happened.
Yeah, and it turns out they've been poisoned by rad scorpions, and this is like our first monster scene.
Yeah,
I very much appreciate that we got a bunch of the small rad scorpions attacking. Mm-hmm. And got to see them just... God, they're such disgusting enemies. In fact, they're just, jumping at them and stuff. Very much reminds me of the face huggers from the Alien franchise.
I think they were going for that vibe when who got jumped? Was it Lucy? Yeah, Lucy got jumped right on her face.
Even you saying that,
I'm
a
second.
No, creepy.
But yeah, this was a cool reveal. I had an idea of what was coming because Fallout, but it was cool to see the reveal of the big mama, the big rad scorp.
I will say this is one point where I'm going to have a slight criticism of the show, because in episode 1 we also got a preview of what's to come on Fallout Season 2, and in that we do get a glimpse at the big mama rad scorpion, and the second we saw
I didn't
the
watch it on purpose.
Stuff, very sensible, Caedo. It doesn't reveal a huge amount, but the second we were in the hospital I was like, oh, okay, it's rad scorpion time, because I'm very good at picking up on the background and this is the location we're in when watching shows and stuff.
The reason I don't watch those is because I do that too.
Yeah, it's
because it is
right
Fallout
choice.
And because they're so dedicated to making things faithful. Mm-hmm. I don't watch the next time on Fallout because I'm gonna get spoiled in some way, just because I know too much.
Yeah.
What a curse we have, knowing things.
Yeah. It meant the scene wasn't a surprise for me, but it was still good even with it not being a surprise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Though there was part of me that also wanted the rad scorpions to burrow like they do in Fallout 4.
Yeah.
That would have been such a huge special effects undertaking and so kind of pointless cinematically, but I also would have loved it.
Yeah. Well, they were in the pipes a little bit.
Yeah, they do crawl around and they're kind of sneaky and stuff, which still evokes the same feeling of, oh god, is there a rad scorpion behind me or whatever, which I think all the games do quite well. But these felt more like the Fallout 3 and, I suppose, Fallout New Vegas scorpions, where we had the giant ones and the small baby ones.
Even Fallout 1 and 2. Yeah, they have small ones and big ones. Yep.
Yeah. I do actually wonder if that is a distinction between different species of rad scorpions, whereas the East Coast ones, maybe some of those are able to burrow and the West Coast ones can't. Because we do get different species of Mirelurks and stuff in different locations. I do wonder if that's something they'll roll with or not.
Maybe.
But it's very much an aside. I very much enjoy the kill on the big rad scorpion being eat this grenade.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a very nice way to get through it.
Mm-hmm.
Because, as well, the rad scorpions look quite heavily armoured, and they are quite tough to kill, so I think that was a good way to do it without having it be this huge fight. Because in the battle as well, the ghoul does get stung.
Yep.
Which is a big thing. He gets, stabbed in the leg.
He gets poisoned.
Yep. Which, I mean, poison damage in the Fallout games is pretty horrible.
Poison damage in New Vegas especially is pretty horrible.
Yeah. And didn't have a snake bite turn, okay. Come on, dude. You just have those in your pocket and they automatically get used. It's easy.
Yeah. Snakebite tourniquet all day.
Yeah.
And the ghoul's playing on hardcore mode anyway. Why else would he be eating people? For the flavor?
Yeah, it does mean this scene basically ends with, while they've won the fight, both the Legion slave and the ghoul are basically wounded and can't really do much. And Lucy stupidly only has a single stim pack. Who goes out on an adventure with one stim pack? Come on.
I think that's...
You should be stockpiling them like crazy.
That's the show and don't tell, Sarge. They were in a hospital looking for more stim packs.
That would make sense.
And then they found some people who were also looking for stim packs, but didn't find any, probably.
Very sensible.
Yeah.
Though, I mean, it seems very unrealistic. Every time I play a Fallout game, every location has tons of stim packs.
I just walk into a workshop and claim it, and then I get generated like 20 stim packs in my pockets.
Yeah. So easy.
It's so easy. I don't know why they're having such a hard time.
But this does lead to Lucy having to decide who to give the stim pack to. The slave woman who the ghoul's been like, nah, we should just kill them and be on our way. Or the ghoul who just said, hey, we should kill people and slice one of their throats.
And ate and took a bite, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then Lucy obviously saves the slave woman. Because she thinks it's the right thing to do in that moment.
Yep. It is for the moment. Very short moment.
I feel like this was a scene as well where once again I'm watching it with someone who's not familiar with Fallout lore, and I'm like, oh, she belongs to the Legion. Maybe death would be nicer here, sort of deal.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, Kenshi logic is going crazy in my brain too. It's like maybe death is better, but like because we get proven that in the next episode. But I think it is maybe a good way to separate them temporarily.
Yeah.
For her to get to see the Legion. And that's who like shows up at like the very end of
the episode.
Yeah.
We briefly
so much
see
happens
the Legion
towards the end of this episode. Holy crap.
Yeah, we got a couple of plot threads to go through. But yeah, it makes sense for them to be separated for a little while. It gives them a bit more flexibility, because otherwise we do just keep getting the same thing of, oh, Lucy tries to be kind and the ghoul goes for violence, and we've seen that in 2 locations now. We don't need to see it everywhere they go.
And they do shift in that in the next episode.
Are we not gonna quickly do the other stuff in this episode?
Norm frees all of Bud's buds, and Bud is dead.
Yeah. I very much appreciate them basically killing Bud off camera. We just see him in a trash can.
Just in a bucket.
It's great.
Yeah. For anybody else, for anybody who doesn't remember, Bud is the little brain in a jar with the just little stumpy wheels and the needle. It's just like, come here, I'll stab you, you know. I'll make it quick.
He made all the Vault 31? Yeah, the Vault 31 people and in the cryopods, and it's his whole management program.
31, 32, and 33. Leadership.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, Vault 31 is where the cryopods are. 32 and 33 are technically like functioning vaults.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
sorry.
That's why I had to quickly double check this. But Norm is then like just decides to wake them all up and be like, hey, I'm like a super engineered manager, and it's Reclamation Day. Woo.
And he effectively makes up merit badges for them to incentivize them to work together, and it's so funny. It's like, he climbed the corporate ladder so fast within a few lines of dialogue, and I love it. Norm, what kind of build is Norm, by the way? He's science, intelligence.
I mean, I think Norm may genuinely be an all-rounder.
You think so?
Yeah, because they even established in season 1 that he does a whole bunch of different jobs but never kind of sticks with them and never goes with it. And it does feel like he's a bit of the all-round character. When you get into a Fallout game and you don't really want to miss anything, so you're not sure where to spec yet, and you kind of go with a bit of everything, hoping it'll work out. And yeah, I feel like that's kind of what I'd have him as a build. Be a little bit of everything, jack of all trades, master of none.
Is he an everything guy, or is he more like an apathetic character?
I think he's a bit of an everything guy, but
okay.
He's also good with computers and stuff.
Like, I think he's also small frame.
Yeah, I was going to say, in Fallout 4 terms, he'd be like 4s across the board, but he has invested into hacker and stuff. But like, yeah, in New Vegas, he's got the small frame trait. Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Like, yeah, it's a bit of a mix. But he is able to use his management thinking to basically escape from Vault 31 towards the end of the episode and get all of these people out. And they all go outside, and these are all like pre-war people he's essentially dealing with, and they're like, oh god, it looks terrible. But Norm, it's his first time ever outside the vault, and he's just like, wow, it's beautiful.
Yeah, because he's been there the whole time.
Yeah.
Well, his whole life anyway.
Yeah, but that's it for the Norm stuff, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
It's just a quick summary of what goes on there. Though I do think the scenes with him are really good.
Yeah. And the Hank scenes are him still working on mice, and then he gets a premium elite plus person out of the of the Vault Tech vaults, and the same thing happens. Like, I don't know why he keeps trying with people too.
Yes. Once again, I watched this with a doctory sort of person, and they were very much like, this is not how medical testing works. You don't just do the same thing constantly without any changes of variation and whatnot. This is real bad science.
Yep.
Did we mention Paladin Harkness showing up?
At the very end, at the Brotherhood.
Yeah, the very end with the Brotherhood after the big fight.
He's like, you guys discussed the Civil War?
Yep, because the Cleric Elder has basically been like, we should move away from the Commonwealth Brotherhood chapter who's in charge, and let's all just do things our own way, because we have this cold fusion thing. We can make infinite fusion cores. And then, Paladin Harkness shows up on a vertibird and is just like, hey, I'm cool and charismatic. Cha-ching, cha-ching.
Yep. And that was pretty much it.
Yeah. I do very much enjoy him just showing up and being all, like, charming. It's, why have I literally just forgotten his name? Kumail Nanjiani is the person who plays him.
Yeah.
I think is quite a charismatic person.
Wasn't he in a Star Wars?
Maybe? He was in a Marvel. He was in the Marvel film that wasn't very... Eternals. He was in.
Okay.
And he got, like, jacked for that role. And then nobody really enjoyed Eternals, because I've seen him talk a lot about that, and how he basically got super hench, and then it was like, yeah, I'm gonna be in Marvel movies, and just one movie and done, never brought up again sort of deal. But he is now quite physically buff and stuff, which works for this Paladin role. It makes him look like a proper strong soldier, so it's not entirely wasted. But I think he's quite well known as a comedian as well, because I've seen him do a lot of stand-up stuff.
Yeah,
that's how I was.
He's got that vibe. He's got the funny man vibe.
Yeah. Have you seen his stand-up or anything before?
No.
Oh, okay. He's very well known to me as a stand-up comedian, so I wasn't sure how much that transfers over.
Oh yeah,
like, I think this is actually the first time I've seen him acting.
He has the commanding presence of somebody who performs. So like. Performs in front of an audience, I should say.
Yes.
As opposed to just being an actor. There's a very different way that people carry themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think it works very well for this role.
Because you need somebody bombastic to show like the differences in ideologies for a short episode.
Yeah. But we're on to the final episode that is out at the time of recording, which is episode 3, The Profligate.
Yes. So the episode starts in a sweatshop.
Yeah, technically it's called the Bottling Factory. God, I can't pronounce those words, apparently. It's the sweatshop. Good choice, Caedo.
The song playing is Chain Gang by Sam Cooke.
Yeah. They also point out that...
They're so intentional.
Yeah, there are these children, like human and ghoul children, just unscrewing bottle caps from, like, I think it's mostly Sunset Sarsaparilla.
It's all Sunset Sarsaparilla, yeah.
Yeah. And they're just unscrewing the bottle caps because that's money in the post-war. Yep. And they're like 12 hours into a 22-hour shift.
And they're like, I'm thirsty. He's like, drink some more soda.
Yep. Yeah, and Thaddeus, who was in the Brotherhood but is now a ghoul, is just leading them and gives them the encouraging words of, most kids are dead by this age.
Yep.
It's a very fun Fallout sort of way to start an episode.
A very not fun in any other context except for Fallout. No, we should be very clear on that.
Yeah, it's taking a very optimistic, jovial sort of attitude in this clearly horrible situation. Yeah. Which Fallout does very well. Most kids would
be dead by now. Like, it's so funny.
Yeah.
And, like, most of the kids, too, are generally happy to be alive, it looks like. So...
Like, they don't look miserable, despite the fact that their situation is horrible. Yeah. So bad.
Yeah. But Thaddeus is just there overseeing and getting rich, and nothing bad is going to happen whatsoever.
He's a floor manager.
He's a floor manager.
Woo.
I wonder where he learned that.
We then do move on to the Caesar's Legion stuff, where technically at the end of the last episode, Lucy was captured. We don't see her actually be captured, but Legion people show up, so it's implied.
It's implied. It's surrounded by Legion, and Lucy's trying to talk her way out again at the end of the last episode. So you're just like, she's caught. It's fine.
Yeah, the Legion would definitely listen to a woman talking to them. They're renowned for that.
They're renowned for giving women rights. Yep.
Seriously, watching this with a woman, my sister, and having to kind of explain the Legion, be like, oh yeah, they're like the worst bad guys, basically.
Yeah. One of the worst factions in Fallout.
Yeah.
When it comes to evildoers.
Yeah. Like, there's not many Fallout factions who are, like, just downright evil, but I feel like the Legion is definitely one of them.
Oh, full on. Yeah. Yep. Cartoonishly even. You can tell by their big helmets and headdresses.
Yes. Yeah. But they bring Lucy, back to the Legion camp, and we get Legate Culkin.
Yep.
Macaulay Culkin is acting in this. And I will say, there is the initial reveal of him removing his helmet, and everyone's like, yeah, it's Macaulay Culkin. But he does, like, good acting for this role, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
I think after the initial, I recognize him, especially because I feel like everyone's probably watched Home Alone recently, too. Mm-hmm. It being like, that's actually, a familiar face.
Wow, yeah, because it's a Christmas movie.
Yep.
That's funny. But what a twist! I didn't know he grew up to be an awful person.
Yeah, I think after the initial reveal, he does act the role very well, and it's a good reminder that he is an actor, which is nice to see.
Yeah, I think he's his way of speaking serves this kind of role pretty well. I believe they're not going for a big, gruff, rough and tumble kind of brute.
It's almost more snooty
that Lanius was. It's more it's more snooty and or like on your high horse kind of position, but you can tell there's some psychopath in there too.
Yes. which
we'll see later, I am sure.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we also see at this point the slave lady is just killed.
Oh just, I think he does it, doesn't he?
I can't. No, it's a Centurion who does it. He orders it, I think. But yeah, Centurion just kills her. It's very just like matter of fact sort of deal of you didn't return with the soldier you were with. Therefore
it was a
you
Centurion.
Die.
Yeah.
It's
big headdress man.
Yeah. But in this scene as well, we see Caesar.
Yeah, Caesar.
Yep. There was a moment in this where I was actually a bit annoyed, being like, oh god, they've decided to go with a specific ending of New Vegas and all of that. This is a bit annoying to see. I was really hoping they'd keep it as open-ended as possible. but we do very quickly find out that this isn't the Caesar or Kaiser from Fallout New Vegas, the game.
No.
It is a different one.
Yeah, it is in fact one of two.
Yes. Because there's 2 Caesar's Legion camps next to each other, and the dead body of the original Caesar, like, in the middle between them, which they're both kind of trying to get to, it seems, but yeah. Because apparently Caesar had a note in his pocket which tells who his successor is, presumably out of these two. So they're trying to get to it, but they get attacked when they try and reach him.
They started a civil war over a note that they don't know what it says.
Yeah. We do technically see a bit of the note, but it looks so crude and roughly drawn in the shot that it's... I'm very much convinced there's nothing going on with that note.
It says, I am...
yeah.
something.
Yup, it gives nothing.
I do like that it has his weapon too on the body. The Sonic, not Sonic. The Pulse glove? Nope, that's not the right word. What's the name of the glove?
Is it the Displacer glove?
Displacer glove. Yeah.
Displacer glove. Yeah. Fallout New Vegas, brilliant job at actually having a bunch of different unarmed weapons. Very un-Fallout of it in some regards.
Yes.
We appreciate it, but in this instance, it did leave both of us just going, for a moment. So many to go through.
It's because I haven't New Vegas in a while.
Yeah.
But it's good practice, because I am going to be scanning through these, because I am taking notes of the different weapons, and maybe gonna be making one of 2 after episode 4 comes out.
Ooh.
I really need to make that
fun little video.
I need to make the first thing I planned on making 2 months ago, but
oh god,
the holidays happened and I got busy. And
I mean, if it makes you feel better, I only made like a video and a half in the past week or so. You know,
it's still more than 0.
I've had to cut back a lot, Caedo. I had to take a day almost entirely off. I just want to point that out. On Wednesday, all I did was 76 dailies and reply to comments.
Oh, I'm proud of you.
That's like barely any work at all.
Nice. Good
Disgraceful.
And then you tell like the complete difference of me and Sarge's way of working. Yeah. So Lacerta Legate is how he's named on this one. Macaulay Culkin is.
Yep.
But I'm looking forward to seeing more of him, obviously.
Yeah.
Really recognizable actor being put in just a great franchise for him to be in, I think.
Yeah.
I think this was one of those situations where he's just like, I saw it and I'd love to be in it, and then it just sort of happened without any like engagement from him whatsoever.
Yeah.
So it's like
I do think I praised season 1 for not putting in like a ton of super famous faces, not doing basically the Marvel thing of, hey, you know this famous actor, we're putting them in.
Yeah.
And in season 2 we have a couple of recognizable faces, but I think they've done very good jobs with them still casting them as actors who fit the role, because they both do really good jobs of it, so I'm still happy with it.
Yeah, I think so too. So Lucy gets crucified.
She's alive. I'll point that out. But she's very much just strung up on a cross.
That's normally what happens when you crucify someone initially, is they are still alive when you put them up on a cross. They're just up there slowly dying.
Yep.
So she's up there slowly dying. So we know what's going to happen to her this episode. So then it switches back to the ghoul and dealing with his poison injury. He literally cuts it out of his leg, which is a little upsetting, but
does have a nice heart-to-heart with Dogmeat.
Yes.
And speaks much kinder to him than literally any other character in the show. Which I think is a good way to still have him be a protagonist of the show. Because while he is quite cruel and brutal, if you just have a character be kind to animals, most people watching will be like, oh, I like this guy.
Yeah. make him a person. I'm pretty sure he's the one that stimpacked Dogmeat when he was injured too in the first season, right? Pretty sure.
I don't remember well enough, but I can believe it.
Yeah, I could be wrong, but I vaguely remember somebody stimpacking Dogmeat, and I'm pretty sure it was the Ghoul.
I mean, it fits in with his vibe. Like, Cooper Howard / the Ghoul likes dogs.
Yes.
It's one of his very much redeeming factors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There is... Oh, the map scene. Hey, do you want to talk about the map scene?
The map scene?
That drew some ire from the fandom?
Oh, I thought we were going to talk about the positive map scene. This is why I needed to go the map scene. Because we do see there's a map in the background while we're back at Area 51 and all of the leaders are discussing and stuff, I believe. And apparently it was like fan-made or based on a fan-made map, and then they used this for this location. I haven't looked into it very much. I try and avoid looking into this stuff, honestly, because
I feel like it's one of the things like if we get, comments talking about it, it's one of the things I do want to mention at least, just so we're like aware of it, I suppose. It's that what happened was the whoever was either making the props or it could have been the writers or it could have been somebody on the team, they found this incredibly accurate representation of the post-war Fallout map where everything was included, including like where Caesar's Legion was moving, as well as the NCR and everything outside of that on the West Coast in the Fallout franchise as we knew it between Fallout 1, 2, and New Vegas. But being this was a fan-made map, there were some things, at least a couple of things put in there that the fan put in there as part of their own, OC or something like that.
Yeah. Which
did also show up in the annotated map on the show. Which is how they noticed, basically. But the thing is, people are saying this is a copy-pasted map, but that's not at all what it is. It is a map that they referenced from online because it looked legit.
Yeah.
Because it was done so incredibly well by a fan that they recreated a lot of it themselves on the show and then added the Legion movements and military based markers and stuff like that. So it's not stolen per se. It is instead used as a resource and then annotated in their own kind of way.
I will say this is actually something I'm slightly worried about in one sense, because there is so much fan-made and technically non-canonical Fallout stuff out there made by creators like ourselves and so many people in the community. And oftentimes people out there will make stuff and it won't be accurate. Not necessarily, in this instance, it sounds like someone just made a fan map and it looks so believable that, someone on the team was like, yeah, perfect, we've got a map. Great, let's use that and then just change it as needed. But also sometimes people just make mistakes, or in lore videos and stuff, sometimes people will get stuff wrong or take a slight reference as stone cold facts. And I've also seen, I can't remember who it was, but one of the actors talked about using lore videos and stuff to get a lot of their information and base things off of. And I do worry that we could slip into stuff being shown inaccurately on the show or going down certain routes because of fan-made content and that just being woven in. It's not a big concern, but it is something I've thought about.
I think at this point, because the franchise is so old, that's kind of the nature of the beast at this moment. Because I mean, it's still all Fallout. The people that are getting really mad about this, which there are a few, at least. Yeah. Probably the loudest.
It's the Fallout franchise, Caedo.
Probably the loudest.
There's always going to be people mad.
There's New Vegas fans that are mad. Oh no.
But that's That's their main emotion. What else do you expect them to do? Oh, we're gonna get negative comments now.
Yep, that's true. I like New Vegas. I like Fallout fans. I also like that people understand that we're all making things about an IP that is owned by Bethesda. So we only have so many rights.
Yeah. Man, it'd be hilarious if they brought one of my Fallout builds into the show.
That'd be so great.
It so wouldn't work because I give them like title names rather than character names, but it'd be hilarious.
Yeah. I don't know what they would grab out of mine besides like my avatar, but that would get into my own copyright because I had that commissioned and made for me. So like that would be one thing. But if this is not that kind of scenario where they just take a thing shot for shot. It is a scenario where they basically recreate their own version of it, and it's very clear that they did because it's even got topographical stuff that the original maps don't. Yeah. So,
and I mean, like your icon's based on the Vault Boy, so
yeah, it is based on the Vault Boy, and you'd be able to tell if it was mine though. It's a difference of like if they recreated it in like almost the same style or all very similar. Like I couldn't do anything about it because they made it their own. They made their own version of it. But you know, if they copy pasted, that would be something different. That's all I'm saying about this map thing too.
I can't help but picture just your standard Vault Boy animations, like when you're pointing to stuff, just suddenly being an overlay on the Fallout TV show and how out of place it would look.
Kind of would, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It's a pretty gritty show for my dude showing up. I gotta say. But yeah. So that's the thing about the map. There is a Reddit post about it. The artist was more flabbergasted than anything, almost flattered that their map became kind of canon in a way, which is wild. That's wild. So I don't know. I feel like I'd have mixed feelings too, but I also would just enjoy the show.
Yeah.
Because this is a map in the background that only a tiny handful of people are going to pay attention to when the scene is playing out.
Yeah.
Because what the scene
surprisingly,
was...
it is not the focus.
Yeah. What the scene was Quintus in front of the map discussing their plans for attacking the Commonwealth, which, is not on the map. So, it's the, like, and Maximus speaking up about, like, you know, we could kill them, you know, kind of, you know.
Yeah, points out that he could just kill Paladin Harkness because he's the reason the talks of taking over the Commonwealth chapter have kind of stalled. Because suddenly the Commonwealth's here. Oh dear, none of us were discussing a civil war. No. It's very much the vibe.
Quintus going back on that idea for, I don't remember his reasoning. It was really stupid.
He still very much wants the elders to side with him, but it's very political and has changed. And he's speaking with the Yosemite elder, who originally was on board, but now is like, we're not doing the alliance, and cites the codex and violence against brothers and how that's not allowed.
Yeah, because he's basically bringing up Roger Maxon worship. That I think that's kind of what the religion is.
Yeah, he specifically points out that Roger Maxon chose loyalty to God over loyalty to the government and the country.
The founder,
Which, I don't really remember that being a thing with Roger Maxon. Like, it may well be, but I feel like the original Brotherhood was more ethical.
Might be... I don't know. I think it's being used to add weight to the belief of Maxon as opposed to like what he actually did, which is what religion does anyway. So like, it's a very zealot approach to you know, getting somebody on your side if they are believers, which the Yosemite elder is not.
Yes.
Which is funny. So she leaves. And yeah, that's when Maximus suggests, we could kill them, and then the Elder's like, no, bit of bloodshed, blah 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 blah, on our side. So then he gets convinced by Harkness to go for a ride and bro around with the Commonwealth Knight for a while, which is cool.
Yeah,
for a time.
This is also the scene where we get the Fallout 4 map shown on the little vertibird display, where it's that same sort of thing, and that I really appreciated, because they're looking on the map for locations, and it very clearly is just like the Fallout 4 map sort of deal, where it's the same grid pattern and the green overlay and the little icons are sort of similar, and that I loved.
Mm-hmm. Is this the episode that... No, I skipped over that part. Oh well. Yeah, so they bro around a little bit, and then so one of the signals they come across... We didn't talk about the Victor reveal. Victor got revealed this episode or last episode?
I forgot who Victor was for a second. This episode, I believe. Maybe?
It might have been the last episode.
No, it's this
this episode?
Yeah, it's this episode, because
it is.
The ghoul is searching around and finds Victor from Fallout New Vegas, the Securitron. Howdy, partner, kind of guy.
I think he's in Camp Golf.
I was trying to work out where that location was, because...
It looked very much like Camp Golf.
The location looked familiar. At first I thought, Nipton, the back room, it looked like that, but then it pulls out and it's, clearly not that location.
Yeah, because Camp Golf is, couple rows of tents and then a big box building behind it.
That makes sense. Yeah, but the ghoul's looking for the NCR because he's managed to recover after chopping out the Red Scorpion stinger, and is looking for Lucy, who obviously he is aware went towards the Legion, so he knows what happens.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's looking for the NCR to help him take on the Legion and kind of get her back and stuff.
Like, she can't be trusted to not get captured, so
yeah.
I'm gonna find some help. And yeah, so at Camp Golf, Victor is a kind of jacked up, glitchy Victor is the only one there. Mm-hmm. Which I thought was a cool reveal. I got to tell my girlfriend that, this is the dude that digs you out of your grave in Fallout New Vegas. It's the first robot you meet in that game. So that was pretty great.
I mean, not when I'm playing it. I avoid Victor so much.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. That part was cool.
Yeah, we also get in conversation here a whole thing about Victor claiming Mr. House has gone and is away, but the ghoul is convinced that Mr. House will still be alive somehow. Because it keeps bringing up, I had contingencies, he knew what was going to happen, he'll be out there somewhere. And it leaves open the idea of whether or not Robert House is dead. So,
the reason I brought up Victor is because he's a Securitron, and the robot that Harkness and Maximus are hunting is a Securitron that is one of the upgraded variants, because it has the
military kind of
military helmet
man icon
and
the face.
Yeah. So we know that Robert House's Securitrons were upgraded.
Yep. At some point that was achieved.
Based on that scene, if it's following the game's logic in, the show, or it could just be for the sake of making it look more aggressive. I don't know which. Could go either way. Hard-hitting robots still, and they go in there and they smash it up, and super sledge and assault rifle. Yeah.
Yeah, Maximus has an assault rifle, Harkness has a super sledge, and they just smash it up. Maximus also, the killing blow by punching it in its screen and just pulling out a fusion core, that felt pretty badass.
Yeah.
That once again feels like it was a mistake on his part and didn't expect to happen, but it's very cool.
Yeah.
And also shows off just kind of how strong power armor is, that the two of them aren't that concerned. And they're having a lot of fun with fighting.
Yeah, because you could even tell that Harkness was kind of just itching for a fight.
Yeah. He makes a whole point about him being a soldier and a military guy, and he's clearly got a bit of the blood frenzy going on or whatever. He's a combat person. He wants to do lots of fighting and stuff, and almost seems to resent a little bit, but he's clearly been sent on a political sort of mission, smooth things over, and just wants to be following the Brotherhood.
Like, he doesn't want to be an ambassador, he just wants to kill.
Yeah. Yep.
Take out abominations, which we get into a little bit later. But when we actually find the NCR, because it has a big old splash, like that's something that only happens in this episode so far too.
Yeah,
so they have the splash screens
the
that
Legion,
says
the NCR.
Legion. Yeah, to show the actual factions that are in the show and the games, which is very nice to do for everyone. But he shows up at this little outpost. The ghoul shows up at this little outpost that only has like a couple of soldiers, or a soldier and a ranger.
There's a few. I suppose they're technically all rangers, but one of them's not doing very well. One of them's clearly lost their mind a bit.
Yeah.
They make a whole point about how they've kind of been isolated and aren't doing well.
Yeah, he's just poking a squirrel in a cage.
Yeah. he's not great.
No.
The Captain Rodriguez, seems to have some relationship with the ghoul. Apparently they go back, and the ghoul seems to have a positive reputation with the NCR, so clearly has helped out. But the scene also establishes that the NCR is not doing well, and it almost feels like these Lone Rangers are the last people of the NCR left.
They might, they might be the only ones left, because they've lost contact for years, and they haven't received any assistance whatsoever.
Yeah. Since
losing contact. So like they're still, like, she's still in the belief that they're gonna get support anytime now.
Yep.
When we just saw the ghoul was at Camp Golf, at least I still believe that's Camp Golf, and nobody was there. And Camp Golf is a big base.
And apparently it is.
Yeah. And that's a big base.
Yep.
That's where the radios are, in fact.
Yeah, it's clear that the NCR have basically abandoned a lot of this region, and they're not really doing anything here.
Yeah.
I assume the NCR still does exist, because it's a huge faction and organization.
Yeah.
And technically we saw a bit of them in Season 1.
Yes. I was going to bring that up too. Is it, what's the antagonist's name in that one? I forgot her name.
Moldova. Something like
Moldaver?
that. Moldaver? Not sure on the pronunciation, but yeah, the lady who was in the vault and now is out. She seems to be NCR affiliated, sort of.
Yeah.
But
it's because, well, Shady Sands was NCR.
Yeah.
And she was avenging Shady Sands and also her girlfriend, wife, person,
maybe. My Season 1 memory isn't as good as my Season 2, I'm afraid.
Hank's wife, who got ghoulified instantly.
Oh yes, I remember her.
Yeah,
I remember that now.
Yeah. She didn't say much.
No.
She was looking pretty rough.
Yeah, but for this episode, it seems like the NCR's not going to be able to really help much.
Nah.
And the ghoul is even like, maybe the NCR deserve to die.
Yeah.
Sort of thing at the end.
What's the thing? Like it makes you wonder if, because Shady Sands was the capital, like, they probably got pulled back because of that. That would be my guess anyway.
Yeah. It feels like out of all the factions we've seen so far, the NCR is doing the worst. Like, Caesar's Legion is in surprisingly good shape. Like, they are having basically a civil war at the moment.
Good enough shape to civil war with themselves, yeah.
Yeah, but there are a lot of members, and they seem like a proper established faction, which, if anything, I think canonically, from the end of New Vegas, they're likely to be doing the worst. Like, 3 out of 4 of the options involve them getting basically pushed back and defeated. And the chat with Legate Lanius is even like, if you take the speech route with him, it's like, well, if you stretch too thin, you'll get wiped out as well. Like, New Vegas does not imply that Caesar's Legion are going to do well, so it felt a bit of a surprise to me that they are not thriving, but still an established faction in the season 2 of the show.
Well, it's the thing, too, like if you talk down the Legate, there is the chance that Caesar is still, there.
Yeah.
Too. So, I don't know. It's...
I mean, canonically, he is now dead.
Canonically, he is dead. Yes.
Yep. But they do a very good job of not establishing how people die that are from the games.
Yes.
And I hope they keep that up.
Yeah.
Because they do just say, oh, Caesar died, and that's the end of it.
That's why I'm looking forward to what exactly happens with House. Because, like, how are they going to handle that? I'm really excited for it, to be honest.
I'm nervous about it.
I don't know. I'm pretty excited. Because, like, maybe he transferred his consciousness to a robot.
Yeah. There's a whole, like, body double thing, I think, that's going on, and we obviously have him integrated with technology somewhat, and I feel like he's going to have some backup contingency, and he will have canonically... His body will have been killed, but he's still alive, or it was a fake House in the New Vegas game, or who knows. We'll know in the future, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, we actually have the Ghoul going to Caesar's Legion and kind of negotiating with them somewhat, and they're a bit more receptive to him, mostly because he has a deal of like, hey, I'll sell out the NCR for you.
Yeah. I can tell you where the last of the NCR is if you give me this one person.
Yeah.
And that works for them.
Yeah.
Apparently.
So Lucy is saved. Woohoo!
Yeah.
And
just in time.
No. But it turns out he's doing the thing that we often do in quests where you're like, oh wait, I can play both sides a bit, and keeps doing that. And eventually he has these flashbacks throughout where he's remembering like a Veterans Award ceremony where Charlie, his like pre-war military buddy, was a good guy and believes that Cooper Howard's a good guy too and will do bad things in order to get good results, and it's this whole thing that's going on in the flashbacks, and this then does lead him to basically betraying the Legion, and he just blows up the divide where Caesar's body is, so that the two sides will then fight each other once they're far away.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
It's nice to see Caesar's Legion killing each other.
Yep. Yep. Or at least what we can make out, because it's just a lot of smoke and gunshots and light flashing.
We see people running towards each other. That's as much as we get for Caesar's Legion in this episode.
It's the very cartoony Vault Boy like big puff of smoke, and just you see limbs flying and gun flashes, and and then that's close to the end, and then we see the second signal apparently that Harkness and Maximus found was the bottling plant that we saw at the very beginning of the episode.
Yep.
And Maximus knows immediately that this Brotherhood soldier don't like no ghouls.
Yeah. Harkness refers to the child as a baby abomination. Just like, oh, it's a baby abomination.
Yeah.
And literally separates into smooth skins and non-smooth skins.
Yep.
And the whole time Maximus is like, no, you're all going to be okay. You're all going to be okay. And it's clear that Harkness, who is very devout Brotherhood, but on the military codex side of things, is just going to kill all these ghoulish children and anyone with a visible mutation or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But it's fine, though, because that's when Thaddeus pops up and is like,
Thaddeus
hey, no, don't do it.
These are my employees.
Yeah.
Who I pay clearly in soda.
Yeah, clearly a strategy that's not going to work.
So then the implication is that, Maximus still has the super sledge. They switched weapons. Yep. Maximus still has the super sledge, and he brings it down Harkness's head.
Yeah.
But Harkness is wearing the power armor.
Yeah, I said this, and my sister and I were paying attention to. It looks like he's been killed. Like it's one proper big indent into the helmet, and he collapses right away. We don't technically know how much padding there is, but it's a proper solid indent.
Yeah.
And I think Harkness is dead. Like, the odds are more in favor of him being dead than just injured and knocked out. But, yeah, the Maximus is just like, I think I just started a civil war.
Yep. Because he literally just did the thing that he suggested to Quintus.
Yep.
Without wanting to, really.
Yeah, it was very much a case of he didn't want all the children and his friend to be murdered.
Yeah, it was a trolley problem presented, like Fallout does all the time. Yep. It's like, oh, do I want these ghoul kids to live? Or do I want my one new best friend in the Brotherhood to live that happens to be a really awful bigot?
Yeah. Because he's a proper Brotherhood person.
Yeah, yep.
And even the best interpretations of a Brotherhood are still not good guys.
Yeah, and this is after all the experience that Maximus had outside of the Brotherhood, with not just the ghoul, but with, you know, mutated people, vault dwellers and stuff like that, and like learning about people outside of the faction that survived.
Yeah. And Maximus very much enjoys killing, like, robots and feral ghouls and whatnot, but it's clear he's not 100% Brotherhood and doesn't fully believe that, like, every ghoul's evil and whatnot.
Yeah. That's the cliffhanger it ends at, and the dialogue between him and Thaddeus was so short and sweet, and it made me laugh so hard.
Yeah.
He's like... what did Thaddeus say? He's like, oh.
Yeah. I think it's a great thing to end it on as well. Just that is such an important moment, and then they're just like, boom, episode done.
Yeah.
And it's lovely.
I think so too.
They don't hang about. It's just like, yeah, something big gonna happen next time. I think that's a great cliffhanger.
Yeah. And that makes me excited for the following episode, for sure.
Yeah.
So, any other... Man, we've gone for a while. Any other different notes you have on the first 3 episodes? Or can we call this...
I think we can call it. It's great.
Okay.
I also like that we've ended on episode 3, because that is a real cliffhanger one. I think the next few episodes of the PIPCAST will no doubt be going over the following episodes. We should only be covering 2 episodes each time, though, so it should be a little bit shorter.
Yeah. Should be. Should be. Do you have any theories, or do you want to do a little theory craft?
I have so many theories, mostly about Robert House, where I think we are being shown like a body double situation, because I don't know how much Caedo's going to keep in or cut out. We've had lengthy discussions about there's basically 2 actors who may or may not be House, and it's a whole thing. I'll send Caedo the credit thing that's mentioned where there's not explicit statements, but I think they're going to do a whole thing with Mr. House where he's kind of still alive but not in his body, or it's like a fake false version of him, or he's like a computer system now. I'm not sure how they're doing it, but I feel like House will be alive but also have been killed, is what I'm expecting going forward.
He'll be dead alive.
And yeah, I'm also not really sure what they're going to do with the mind control, because the biggest use of it was with blowing up Shady Sands. And I'm not sure where they're going with that now.
Yeah.
Because that's Hank's whole thing. And I'm like, who is he planning on? I assume he's just planning on taking control of faction leaders and stuff. But
well, yeah, it's like he's still working towards, like, Reclamation Day. He's still...
Yeah, though he's also somewhat gone away from Vault-Tec, because he has a conversation to someone being like, I'm at the Vault-Tec HQ,
probably
but I've done
House,
a lot for you. Yeah.
Which is
it's
probably
another one
House,
where it's implied.
Even though it's a one-way discussion.
Yep.
He's probably sending a message to House. But I think that he's like fixated on the idea of like cleaning the slate or wiping the slate clean, and Shady Sands was just a start.
Yeah.
which that's what I think anyway, is the direction that he's going. Or also, does he want the cold fusion?
I mean, I assume everyone wants
or
the
is
cold
that
fusion.
I was gonna say, like, does everybody want that, or is that strictly like the Brotherhood?
I mean, the Brotherhood have it and
motivator
will make good use of it, but
yeah,
there's no faction who would go against getting it.
Yeah. The cold fusion was the MacGuffin of the first season, by the way.
Yeah, we're getting a different MacGuffin each season.
Yeah. One of my theories, because of how the third episode ended, is that I don't think, because they didn't show his face at all, I don't remember seeing any blood either. I still think that Harkness may be alive in some capacity.
Yeah. I'm wondering, because you even, when I mentioned his name was Harkness, did a bit of a... because in Fallout 3, there is a character named Harkness who doesn't know they're a synth.
Mm-hmm.
And I almost wonder if that's like something they've put in specifically for the fans, being like, hey, this guy doesn't know he's a synth, and Maximus will get away with killing him because that gets revealed. And it's like, oh, well done, you once again did the great thing and killed a bad person.
Because he's from the Commonwealth, and he didn't explicitly state who they are fighting, how rough it is up there. He didn't say who they're fighting up there.
Yep, he says things are bad in the Commonwealth, but doesn't elaborate.
Yep.
And yeah, I do wonder if this is going to be another thing of Maximus failing upwards.
It could be, which, would be in character yet again.
Yeah.
So... that's one of the ones I think is there. They've already shown. I mean, my initial theory of Thaddeus becoming a mutant seems to be falling away a bit, because he's very clearly ghoulifying. From that wild inhalant that the shady merchant gave him. The shady wacky merchant that gave him the
quack doctor.
Yes.
Yeah. Who I'm pretty sure is going to show up. I think I saw him very briefly in a trailer.
Definitely. Yeah.
So I'm curious how he will arrive.
Oh, did I look at the credits for this one? I don't know if I did.
Why are you looking at the credits?
Because they always show some cool scenes.
Oh yeah, the cinematic part, where it's a bunch of rad roaches for this episode.
Well, it shows a terminal that says launch sequence complete. And I think this is House's defense system.
It's a Robco facility. Yeah. So I assume that was one of the missiles that block the nukes.
Yes. Cool. And there were people playing cards in here too, apparently, to imply that it's Vegas still. Yep, Robco Industries. That's the door. Cool. They spent so much extra work on these.
Yeah.
Just to show more stuff. Super cool. Anyway, yeah, that's our discussion and or takes and or recap of the show, I guess. Did you like it? Do you want to quickly go over what we've been doing?
Yeah, I ended up playing a bunch of Dark Souls 3, which is a game that I didn't enjoy particularly on my first playthrough.
You hated it.
I was very bad at. I didn't hate it.
You hated it.
I disliked more
you were
of it
so
than I liked.
Angry. I heard you.
I kind of just went through it, and I was like, well, I've done enough stuff now that I feel like I have to finish the game.
You broke so many controllers. I remember.
I actually play on mouse and keyboard.
I know.
Which I know is controversial in the Dark Souls community as well. A lot of people are like, no, you have to play Dark Souls games on controller. Playing on mouse and keyboard is terrible. But yeah, I play mouse and keyboard. It's fine. Yeah, I've decided to go back to it, and I'm having such an easy time now. Like, the game feels pretty easy. Like, even when I'm just, like, casually like, yeah, I'll go into this boss, I'm watching stuff on the other monitor while I'm doing boss fights, and it's like, oh no, I maybe die once. I think I've died 3 times in total on my playthrough so far, and I'm like 5 bosses in or something. And I've died to 2 of the bosses, both of which were ones I struggled with big time first go around. And this time I just happened to die and it didn't feel like a big deal. And I think because I'm casual about it, because I know what I'm dealing with, everything just feels so much easier. It's real simple. It's like, yeah, the game feels easy now, and it's nice. I'm just enjoying it as a casual game, which is cool.
And is this after playing a lot of Elden Ring, too?
Yeah, well, it was a case of I played Dark Souls 3, and then I stopped, and then I played Elden Ring, and I beat all the bosses in that, and then when I went back to Dark Souls 3 to actually finish it and beat the final boss, it suddenly was easy. So I then decided, oh yeah, I'm going to try playing Dark Souls 3 again to see if I enjoy it more this time, and I definitely am. It feels a lot easier, it's casual, it's not stressful like it was the first time. But I think the Dark Souls games are very much like that as well. My uncle actually asked me about the games, and I was like, yeah, they're really difficult the first time through, where you don't know what's going on, you get ambushed constantly, like, it feels like you need to walk around with your shield up non-stop, because you never know where the danger is. But then on your second playthrough, it's like, yeah, I know all the tricks. I've got the hang of the game. Easy now. Easy game, I say. Yeah, it's been fun playing through.
Cool.
I also decided to watch Mob Psycho 100, because on, like, the 27th of December or something, I noticed that it was on my list, and you could only keep watching it until the 31st. And I just put it on a whim, and it's a really good anime about, like, this super powerful psychic child.
Huh.
And season 1 was brilliant. I believe it's from the same person who did One Punch Man, and it's got a lot of that same vibe where it's like just this super powerful main character who doesn't really care about the fact they're super powerful, which is something I enjoy. And yeah, season 1 was brilliant, so I decided to watch season 2, which was great, and I binge rushed season 3 on like the 31st of December, and it was fine. I didn't actually enjoy season 3 as much, but it still was very good. I enjoyed it. And it gave me something to do while I forced myself to lay in bed and continue being ill and unwell. That's all that I did, basically.
Yeah.
What about you, Caedo?
Well, because we postponed another episode, I have been just having a holiday, an actual holiday where I celebrate like Christmas and then New Year's with people. You know, when you go outside and you see people, it's kind of weird.
That's weird.
Yeah. So that happened, and it was nice. I even got some gifts, and I didn't expect to get anything, which was very kind of many of them. So aside from that, and just having a nice holiday, I started up playing Baldur's Gate 3 with a friend of ours, Tifa, because I asked her, are you tired of Baldur's Gate yet? And she's like, no. And I'm like, well, we could play it. So she started playing a bard, a dragonborn bard, and I decided to play Origin. Who did I pick? Origin Lizelle. She's a fighter, and I had not tried the Arcane Archer subclass, so I tried that one. It's pretty cool. And so far, so good. Tifa found the play music button that you can do at any time during combat.
Oh god.
It's a free action. So, whenever she ends her turn, she plays music too, which is good. It's fine because she's playing a bard, so she actually plays it well, not badly. But she would get interrupted because she's also playing a support. So she's a constant target. So she got interrupted by like the first goblin encounter, I think. Like one of the goblins just ran up and smacked her, and then she retaliated and said, "That's what you get for disliking music, a-hole." I'm like, this is fun. So that's been fun. That's why I wrote down the quote, so I wouldn't forget it. But what else I've been doing is my girlfriend has been really invested in watching me play Death Stranding. So we finished Death Stranding, the first game, a few days ago, several days ago now, and I fired up Death Stranding 2, and now working through that. So that's probably what some of the B-roll is going to be in this section, is me probably like doing some cargo management and also beating up some bandits. Yeah, probably that. Riding around on a motorcycle, looking cool. Norman Reedus being awesome in his hat and sunglasses. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've been doing. Not any work really. Just having a good the work I've been doing is in real life. I've moved around my living room about 4 or 5 times now, trying to maximize the amount of space that people can exist in, so I can like have a board game night or something soon. So yeah, that's about it. Anything else, Sarge?
No, I just did a quick tot up, and I think I'll only have released like 12 videos in the past 3 weeks.
Only 12?
Because, you know, I was ill.
Yeah.
You know, I even missed an upload on the second channel.
Oh, darn.
Yeah, it happens.
Dang, what'll you do? Only 12.
Yep.
I should start a Let's Play again. It's so much easier.
Having a second channel for it is nice. I feel like I can keep making videos and I'm being productive even if the main channel doesn't have a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah. Well, anyway, thank you all for listening and or watching. And if you have your takes on the Fallout show Season 2, please leave them in the comments. Please also be respectful to each other. New Vegas is a hot topic for some people, and please try to keep it cool. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah.
Because I'm certainly here to enjoy myself, seeing an IP turn into a show that's actually decent. Like wild to me. Still, how was your holiday? Also, how's your New Year's? If you feel like sharing, please do. And hope to see you in the next 2 weeks on the next episode of PIPCAST 3000, every other Sunday, 10 a.m. Pacific. We'll see you then. Bye.